Before the Fight, filmed right here in the iconic ProCam studios in Albion. As always, my co-host, Shotgun Shannon O'Connell and Joel Kamakayo Camilleri. Team, how are we?
We're doing great.
We're doing great.
Lots to talk about this week. Obviously, we've got to cover the Ace Boxing Promotions fight night that is coming up at Eaton's Hill this weekend, and so much more. Let's get into it. We move towards Ace Boxing Promotions show this weekend. We start out the undercard. We're looking at Declan Kelly, Ryan Mitchum. Great fight, Shotgun. Declan Kelly, very strong, putting away Matt Hartman, Ezra James. So he just keeps going from strength to strength. Quan, very happy with his development.
Ryan's very awkward, so he might make it a bit ugly for him. But yeah, I think Declan will have an easy night in the office. Massive
reach there from Declan Kelly. He seems to make the weight quite easily and quite strong at that weight.
Yeah, I saw him early. I think he must have been around my weight because I was looking to fight him years ago. He's one of the most improved fighters on the local scene, especially in Queensland. So it's a decent step up for Ryan Mitchum. But he's one of those guys, I've known him for years. He's one of those guys that
he just doesn't care.
Doesn't care. He'll go in there. He'll swing until he's down the floor, and he'll keep swinging. So, you know, all the best of both fighters. Declan Kelly's more active and is most likely the favourite, but Ryan won't go down without a fight. Yeah,
gonna be a great fight. From there, we move to Adrian Rodriguez, Tyson Best. Tyson Best was supposed to be fighting one of Tony Delvecchio's boys up in Townsville. That didn't happen. He was then scheduled to be fighting Dennis Hogan. Dennis with a knee injury. Adrian Rodriguez was supposed to fight Jamie Weech. Jamie retired. Poor old Ange, he's finally got them together and they're just going to be fighting each other. Yeah. This is not a bad little fight. Adrian Rodriguez coming back again. He only fought not long ago against Nathan Robson, and now he's going to have a pretty tight little fight against Tyson Best. Shotgun.
Yeah, I think it's a good fight. They're two very similar styles. I think you've probably got Tyson Best is a little bit more skilled, but they're both aggressive and not take a backward step kind of fighters. So I think it's an exciting fight.
Kama.
50-50. I think Tyson Best starts off the fight just outboxing Adrian. Adrian's just a warrior. I remember one time I went to the gym and we're talking about our styles. And what do you work on in the ring when you're sparring? He goes, just knocking him out. I don't win unless I knock him out. And I'm like, so he's going to walk out there and just keep going. If Tyson Best can keep on the outside and keep boxing him, I think he wins. But if he gets caught, he's been caught before, so could go either way.
From there, we move to the Cruiserweight division. Joe Liga coming out of shape up, not a natural Cruiserweight, but stepping up against a pretty decent opponent, Floyd Masson, Brett, straight out of Eastside Boxing. Cracking fight.
Yeah, I think Floyd is a level above Joe Liga, but I think he will prove it on the night. Floyd's one of the best top. I think the only person above him right now is probably Jai Pattaya when it comes to performances and what they've done. So Floyd's got to put him out of there. If Joe gives him trouble, then it shows that Floyd isn't at that level, but I see Floyd being too strong and stopping him late.
From there, we move to the main event. Liam, the Prodigy Paro versus Steve Gago. Super lightweight comp. This is a great little fight.
Hopefully we open our borders up so they can get an international fight for him, but it's good that they can secure him opponents still.
Number 2 in the world, right on the edge of going overseas, Kama. Be getting some good rounds in with Andrew Hunt.
Yeah, now Paro's one of the guys in Australia I really rate. He's world class. Gago also a real tricky customer too. So credit to Ace Boxing for taking that fight for Liam.
Liam Paro, very handy, very skillful, a great up and comer. We caught up with Liam Paro today, and this is what he had to say.
You look like a threat. I'm a threat. Yeah, it's a bet. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm a threat.
Liam Paro, number 2 in the world, about to get another fight. Very close to get it across the line. Steve Gago, out of Perth, ready to fight.
Yeah, can't wait for this one. Excited. Love fighting, as everyone knows. That's when I'm at my best, is when I'm in the ring fighting. Yeah, just excited.
Obviously tapering this week.
Yeah, it's tapering. We're just about to get some sharp rounds in now, just 10 rounds all together. So it's just gone through the motions, getting the eye in, and make sure we're firing ready for Saturday.
What do you expect out of Steve Gago?
I expect a tough fight. His only one defeat is against the Kazik guy, which is a highly rated welterweight. He's coming down to my division, so I'm looking to put on a career best performance. and stopping him inside the distance, showing him that he can come down and I can match the power, if not have bigger power than the guys up at welterweight.
Mate, and you've been getting in some great rounds with Andrew Hunt, obviously sharpening right up through this camp.
Yeah, definitely. Credit to Andrew Hunt for helping us out with the rounds. It's been hard with the borders shutting up and stuff to find southpaw rounds, but we've had good rounds with the best welterweight in the country. So we can't ask for anything more than that. Yeah.
And have you noticed the improvements through yourself through this camp? You a bit faster, you a bit stronger?
All round. We're going to see Saturday night. I'll show you how much better I am. We're always improving. But yeah, all round, everything. We're faster, we're quick, we're stronger, everything's better. So.
And what's this fight mean to your career at the moment?
It's every fight means everything to me. Because if I lose, that's it. It's goodbye world title. So. This fight means everything to me. It's everything. I'm putting my belts on the line. This guy's going to try to take what's mine. Like I say, try. That's all he's going to do. And, you're just going to see a good performance. Just showcase my skills, showcase that I am levels above all these other guys here. And, hopefully, put him away inside the distance and on to a big thing at the end of the year.
Obviously a strong bond between yourself and Alfie, the head coach down here at Charlo Boxing. He's happy with the way camp's been?
Yeah, he's loved it. He's always happy, and even this one, especially. We've put in that extra work. We're better all around. Like I said before, where everything's gone, pretty much perfect.
Now, mate, we saw you in a pair of boxer shorts. Is that for step one? Was it? Was that you on the bag?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, step one. I've jumped on. So just setting up my career. Who was it? Pat Rafter. So there's going to be Liam Paro, the face of the jock scene in Australia soon.
Liam Paro, thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Let's go. Chapman.
We round out the weekend, obviously a big fight between Charlo and Castano. This means that there could be a possible opponent there for Tim Tszyu. We're not sure who it's going to be at the moment, whether it's going to be Liam Smith or Castano. We saw Tim Tszyu calling out Castano after the fight. First and foremost, Shotgun, your thoughts on that fight between Castano and Charlo?
Throughout the fight, not one person that I read thought Charlo was winning. So I feel like he was possibly gifted a draw. But yeah, I would like to see Tim fight either of them.
Big call, 117, 111, one of the judges, Kama.
Yeah, no, I thought all Castano had to do was survive the last 10th round. He got caught and he was like he was going to get stopped, and Charlo went for the kill. I think he knew he needed the stoppage to win, but they called it a draw. I think the rematch will happen now and just make a bit more money for them, but Castano definitely won that fight, maybe 116, 114.
A lot of people thinking that Castano did win the fight. The scorecard's a little bit funny, 117, 111. But you'd think that rematch had happened and that Liam Smith could possibly be still the front runner for Tszyu. Tim, well and truly on the international scale now?
Yeah, I think that there'll be a rematch between Castano and Charlo. So I see Tim fighting someone like a Liam Smith. Then after that, I'm not too sure. It really depends. I'm hearing rumours that Charlo is going to be moving up and Errol Spence is moving up to super welterweight. So the only possible fight there, I think, for Tim Tszyu is Castano.
Look, we're waiting to see. Obviously, exciting times for Team Tszyu too, and No Limit. I don't think we're going to be too far away from finding out who the opponent is going to be for Tim Tszyu, but all eyes are on No Limit. We went down to Fortitude Boxing to check out their new gym. Head coach Luke Meldon and Steve Della finding their new forever home. Very happy with their great location, Shotgun.
Yeah, it's awesome there. It feels a lot more like home than the other place did. Obviously, nothing will ever compare to Kyabra Street, but I think eventually this place will get the same feel.
Steve Della, the new Fortitude Boxing Gym. Tell us a little bit about it.
How does something bad, something good's coming? Like we had the fire, as you all know, everybody knows, I want to harp on about it, but moved on from there. We've had a transition into Robertson Street for a while, and this come up, and we were really excited when we saw it.
Now, you've got big plans for this area, but there's going to be fight nights here, and you're obviously going to have all the facilities the modern fighter needs.
Early stages, we're looking at a modern type fighter now. I've had to come out of the dark ages a bit, you know, and get up there on my thinking and looking at infrared saunas and cold bath, possibly a steam room and that, and we've modernised the gym and the equipment and that, you know. Thanks a lot to Ben Davidson with his equipment up there from Caboolture. Yeah, we're changing things a lot different, yeah.
Lightning Luke, Meldon, we've made the move. This is the new gym. How good does that feel?
Oh, it's unreal, mate. Some are a bit more permanent. The last place is only ever temporary. It served us really well. Had lots of success there and grew the numbers and stuff, but it's good being somewhere permanent now.
Mate, it's all yours and it's a breath of fresh air. Have you noticed that come through the boxing community at Fortitude?
Yeah, mate, yeah, it's definitely a bit of a freshen up. Changing a few things around, changing everyone's schedule around a bit, and yeah, trying a few new things so you can never stop improving, you know.
It's going to be multi-use facility as well. Obviously, you've got the great new strength and conditioning here from Doveston Health, but you're also going to be holding fight nights here, and there's plans for infrared saunas and cold baths. Yeah,
mate. Yeah, I think the recovery is a big part of the sport now, and a big part of the fitness industry. So we're going to try to cover a bit of that, and obviously, always love doing the fights and the promotions, and that won't change. And we've set up this time so we don't have quite a bigger job in the setup and the pack up after the fight night. So get stuck into them, you know, get a few more going.
Mate, you're the head coach here. Does this feel like home now? Are we settled?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, this is it. This is us. This is us. It's a great spot, not too far from the valley, right on the edge. This is us now. We're going to kick on from here.
Shannon O'Connell, this is the new Fortitude gym. You've just done 10 rounds here, nice and comfortable and easy. How good is this new facility?
Yeah, it's great. It feels more like home than the other place. I felt like the other place felt a little bit too short term. This place feels more comfortable.
So obviously that's going to vibrate through the entire Fortitude community and everyone's going to feel a lot more comfortable here. It's a great facility.
Yeah, I believe so. There's a great team here, so I think everyone's always going to get behind us no matter where we are.
Benny Kite, former welterweight Australian champion, back in the gym, getting ready to fight.
Yeah, bloody oath, mate. There's still some big fights ahead of me, and the boys and the team are all working as hard as they can to make sure that they're the ones that we get.
So staying at welterweight?
Yes, that's the plan. I'll be a welterweight.
Had a bit of time with the family, come back refreshed.
Yeah, definitely. So definitely think I've been redlining it for a long time now. This is the first time that I've actually taken the time off that the boys told me to have. Come back feeling amazing. I feel really, really good, fresh, keen, eager, and looking forward to getting in there, getting another camp underway.
Did you think the mindset could have changed so much when they told you to have the time off to where now you've had the time off, reflecting back from the fight with Andrew Hunt, and now you think you're a different fighter, you think you've got a different mind state?
I think definitely now I'll be looking to training a lot smarter, doing a lot better things for my body rather than just the hard yards that everyone knows that's what I do. I'll still do that as well, but I'll definitely be adding a few more things in too.
Mate, you're the epitome of the workhorse. You're the blue-collar fighter. We love you as a fighter here before the fight, and the Australian community's behind you in a big way. We'd love to see you back under the lights, mate. Congratulations and well done.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for having me.
Look, there was a bit of a turbulent start to the first half of the year, but the second half of the year looking a lot stronger.
You're not wrong about that turbulent start of the year. Things didn't go to plan, but look, that's boxing and that's life. Actually, you know, things don't always go to plan, but everybody's firing up and they're doing their best, and they'll continue to fight. You know, because we produce real fighters. We don't pick and choose too much. We get on with it, and the boys and the girls fight who they have to fight.
Camo, the gym's only 500 metres down the road, literally like 3 or 4 minutes away. Do you think you'll be seeing yourself doing some training there as well?
No, none of that zoo training again. I'm still feeling it from like 3-4 months ago.
You and Jason Maloney. From there, we look towards what's been going on in our Go Lives. So the Go Live has been doing very well on our Instagram page, and from there we've got 2 fights that have been made from them. Starting off, Tasman Fighters have put on the poster that Sam Goodman and Liam Pope are going to be fighting on their next show, and that fight directly came from a call out on the Before the Fight Go Live.
To look at that fight on paper, you think mismatch, but a lot of people don't understand that Liam Pope is a very good boxer. He was a very good amateur.
Definitely a step up, but Camo, he's only had, this would be his second pro fight. Goodman.
Yeah, credit to him. Like in my second fight, which I lost, I wasn't fighting anyone at the caliber.
I lost my second fight.
Oh, we're twins, huh?
Yeah, you're twins.
And there we have it, the first hit of the couch.
Yeah,
So she's starting out early.
She's obviously amused, isn't she? Second fight of his career, fighting Sam Goodman. The transition from the amateurs to the pros is just so different. It's a different sport, pretty much.
He trains out of Hinterland Boxing with Stephen Pitt.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
They've been looking for the fight. They called out Vegas Larfield on that go live as well. Benny Harrington was there. But from that, Tasman fighters have put their hand up, and Sam Goodman will be fighting Liam Pope.
Yeah, well, there's nothing to lose for Liam Pope. Sam Goodman, his last fight against North Beauchamp, he looked really good, Sam Goodman. So if Liam can get a win over him, then it's massive. And if he loses, it's like most people expect that. So nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose there at all. Also, another fight coming out of there, a very exciting one in the middleweight division. Isaac Hardman, Michael Zarafa. Rumours are that there is just about a contract ready to be signed. A great fight.
I think it's a great fight. I think it's a perfect step up for Hardman that he's definitely ready for. I don't believe that Michael Zarafa has shown anything special. I think Tim Tszyu was going to have him have probably just as easy a night in the office as what he did with Sparks. But I think it's a great step up for Hardman, and it's where he needs to go, because I don't believe Hardman's ready to go overseas yet. But that's the next fight for him here.
Come on.
Yeah, I think it's a great fight for both of them, because it's a step up for Hardman, but also it's a time and opportunity for Zarafa to show that he's above the Australian level. If Hardman gets through him, where's Zarafa go? If Hardman does get through him, he goes up to the world stage you can fight on. So it's a massive risk for Zarafa.
But I think if Zarafa wants to try and get into a dogfight like he did with Horn against an Isaac Hardman, it's not going to go the way that Zarafa wants it to go. Zarafa obviously going to try and outskill him with the boxing, but Hardman's been very, very active. He had 3 fights in 50 days. He's showing up every time. He's always ready. He's always prepared. Zarafa, a little bit of ring rust. Obviously, he's been in and out of camp, but is he getting the calibre of sparring down in Melbourne that Hardman's getting up here in Queensland with Zoo and everybody like that? It's going to be an interesting fight, and obviously we can't wait to cover it.
I think, with the sparring, I think it's very hard for Zarafa to get the sparring, and he was trying to get sparring for the Tim Tszyu fight, which didn't happen, but most of those guys were sparring Tim Tszyu. So I think now that he might be fighting Hardman, he'll have to get good sparring. If he stays in Melbourne sparring the guys in Melbourne, then it's a massive setback.
Definitely a tale of like a prettier boxer trying to take on a big hitter. Shotgun?
Yeah, for sure. If I was Zarafa, I'd be trying to look at the heavier weight divisions for sparring rather than people my own size. So, but I feel like with Hardman, as the more fights he has, the more skill he's showing. So he came out with heavy hands, and now he's putting some skill behind his heavy hands, which is going to be even better.
Zarafa's levels above Emmanuel Carlos. From sparring them both, Emmanuel Carlos is really talented. His defense isn't as good as Zarafa's, but at the same time, Zarafa's defense doesn't start that great at the start. He gets hit by most people the first couple of rounds, and if Hardman lands a big shot early, then I think it's going to really worry his mind. Once Zarafa's mind's gone, then he's just out the window.
Either way, a great fight, and can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Also, Sam Marci, we saw on the last No Limit card that he came out, looked composed, looked strong, getting away on Cesar Amonson, and then from there called out just about everybody. Sam Marci coming out doing an interview saying, it's going to be Andrew Hunt. Yeah,
I actually heard on one of the Go Lives the other day, I heard Skinny say that it might be a bit soon. I think, Sam Marci came out and he looked awesome, but he wasn't fighting an Andrew Hunt.
Andrew Hunt definitely on the rise. Sam Marci, all the pedigree and calibre there. Joel, how do you see this fight going down?
It's a real good one. I don't actually know. Andrew Hunt is explosive and he's getting better every fight, but Sam Marci's a huge talent. And I heard from Liam Paro's team that Sam Marci is doing really well. Like him and Liam Paro are going toe to toe, so it shows that he's got no ring rust. Yeah, so Sam Marci's come back and
2 minutes of boxing,
2 minutes of boxing
in
first
5 years.
round. It's going to be interesting to see Sam Marci when he goes later in the fight, because I think it will be a 10-round fight for a title. You'd say, yeah?
It'd absolutely have to be a 10-round fight. Andrew Hunt holding both the Australasian and the Australian title.
Yeah, so I couldn't call it. It's a big platform and big opportunity for both of them to show where they're at.
Look, obviously things very difficult at the moment right across the country. Borders closed, cities being shut down. There was supposed to be a fight. We were supposed to do a go live with Kane Watts and Daniel Russell. Brian Armatruda having to cancel the fight night a couple of days out from the night down there in Victoria, knowing that they were going to get a lockdown. Chin up, team. Keep going. Keep trying to get these fights happening. That would have been a great fight. They've unfortunately been trying to get that fight together for a long time now.
It's not easy right now making fights. Like, where can you confirm a fight? Like, can you confirm it in like Townsville? Melbourne's a hot COVID area. Sydney's a hot COVID area. Brisbane could be.
I just keep checking Google every day to see when we are. Like, surely it's happening. It's coming.
We have Iron Sharpens Iron with Coach Frankie Piento from Eastside Boxing.
I'm Coach Frank Piento. Today on Iron Sharpens Iron, I'm going to talk to you about the 3 parts to an attack. One of the biggest things I see in boxing is failing to prepare an attack. The 3 main parts of an attack is the preparation, execution and completion. You're going to have more success with a good preparation than you will with no preparation. The preparation consists of movement and feints. We want to try and convince our opponent to be able to, maybe we want to draw so we can counter-attack, or to be able to set up an attack. Joel will be using his hand feints, his foot feints, trying to maybe draw a reaction from our opponent, maybe be able to punch or maybe move the way he wants him to, then he will complete the attack. So you've got all different types of feints. You've got your hand feints with either lead hand or your backhand, yeah? Or you've got your foot feints, yeah? You've got your eye feints, yeah? You might even move backwards to try and draw me forward, to bring me into your punching range, all right? Maybe John might even just throw a feint jab, so I react, and he can counter that. So he might want to draw an attack from me so he can counter-attack, all right? But basically, we'll just give you a really, really simple example of an attack. He might feint at me, he draws, 1, 2. Now, he doesn't want to finish here. He needs to be able to get outside range, there, out of range, all right? Or he might want to get out, cut an angle and get outside my shoulder. So he might roll or slip. So feint, yeah, 1, 2, roll, yeah, like so. And that's what we call completion of an attack.
So there we have it, guys. Another great show. Lots to talk about. We look towards Ace Boxing Promotion. It's going to be a great fight night. I'm Rob Scheif and you're watching Before the Fight.